get that little speed boost. So that's another reason to be in this B batch, because you actually get to go through more teams. Although we're probably very close to being right in front now, since we only started 4 minutes after the start of the batch. I don't know if one also will now see A batch teams.
At the front, so we're not going to pass any more teams.
Yes, I see now the number. The 8.
Sweet.
This night is 8. This night is lying last.
Now you got him like drilling it. He's raging. Look at him, he's riding us off. See what you've done now.
Accelerating from the back.
Okay.
Yo, 5 watts a kilo, beast.
On the flats, it's very hard to ride people off your wheel at the front at this speed, no matter how many watts you go. If somebody can at the front do those watts in short pulls, it's great. Just be careful to do that. Be careful to do that coming through from like further back than second wheel, because then you slingshot off the front. Let a gap. Because I mean, that's what you do if you did want to attack a bunch.
Skip.
Yes.
You're actually cycling now.
No. To be able to watch you, to be able to watch you, I have to put my avatar in the pens, but I can't leave the pens, because if they do decide that I'm part of your team, then we know, and then I'll disqualify.
Oh. Because if you were cycling, you can speak without getting bloated or winded. Yeah. But you probably can, so.
No, I recall when I was riding with the other team, as the pace sort of increased from week to week, I did become less and less talkative and more squarey. Because it's an hour long, I think targeting that 45k an hour on the flats, and then sticking together on this little rise that you have now, and then again on the volcano, and then after that assessing who's fresh and who's like toast. I think we'll get we'll get the fastest time we can. But like anybody that's too eager right now, and like pushing, like saying, hey, this doesn't feel hard, let's go for 47, let's go for 48. I think that will be a mistake. So yeah, that was a good session on the flats there. I think it was not too conservative and not too enthusiastic. just right. So just be careful on this. It's only 3% now, but can cause trouble.
Am I looking behind?
Yeah, no, you just stretched out. You're not, no problem at the moment. Just be careful as you get to the top because it's time to blob up now. So you can ease off on the front. You're dropping the back three. So you got the front five can ease off. It's almost perfect timing if the guy was at the back on the climb, almost shoots past on the like on the top, op die crane. And you know you've timed it right. Yeah.
Yes. It seemed close to perfect over the top there.
And I mean, that was my experience with the Masters team time trial team as well. That by the third or the fourth week, people are sort of automatically figuring out how to like do what's best. I mean, nobody likes to be told to wait because there's a gap opening, or to have to close that gap because it's not nice for either the person waiting or for the person suffering to close the gap. So, I mean, the team will learn not to let that happen, and then you just land up with like saving 10 seconds, 20 seconds here and there, and then it's all good.
Did Murray just disappear?
Yeah. Came back.
Front.
Yeah, I mean, you're all there, so it was probably just a signal dropout, but I mean, sometimes I sort of almost feel like just reconciles the what afterwards. If it's a short enough dropout.
Possible, very possible actually.
But it puts you at the front if it feels like you had done the most. Because I mean, you were suddenly at the front there. So it realizes the amount of watts you put out would have put you at the front. But if the dropout's too long, then obviously that doesn't work. You've now disappeared a few times, so hopefully it's not going to happen now all hour. Because it's just not possible to stay with a team if you continually having to accelerate when other avatars disappear and wonder where they are. I mean, you can't sit back and hope that you're still with them if you don't see them. Then you have no option but to like push hard and hope that everything comes back.
Yes. Right to the front, I should get the
On the flat count, keep it at 45 on the front.
Remember a bit of bump here?
Off on the front.
Koetter. Koetter.
Off on the front.
Yes, that. There you hill. Right.
And keep going. You're back about 40, so you can keep going at the front.
This is harder than last week.
Yeah. Doubles.
Yeah, but I think the route is much harder. I think what was the speed
That's
last
pushing
week?
over
44.
That's yeah, this is right at my limit.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are
I
pushing
think
way over 4 at the front all the time, eh?
Yeah, but yeah, we can target a slightly slower speed at the front. I mean, we do have a big climb coming up, so.
Trust me, we're going to die.
And I mean, obviously, on the gravel now, you mustn't be aiming for. Remember, your avatar slow down on the gravel, so just target the. And
the race finished.
yeah, good to speak up. Okay, back onto gravel. Yeah, it's on the gravel. Remember, you're probably targeting 40 on the gravel, not faster than 40, maybe even just under. And the planks also have a higher rolling resistance, so they're also under 40. So this 1% drag coming up, treat it as a sort of a hill. So just ease off on the front and form a nice blob. No stringing it out on your baseline.
Yes.
Yeah. You must definitely not be aiming for 40 or higher, yeah. 35, 36 is probably okay on this one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's only 1%. No, so a bit slower on the front. Slower on the front.
Right. I see.
You want that clear though, so that you can like cut corners further in the wood. On the front. Big hills coming after this.
Ek kry donders man.
Hetzelfde.
If you pedal slower Franco, then you won't get that hot. Whoever at the front, I'm sure if they're getting too hot, everybody will appreciate them pedaling a bit slower at the moment.
Definitely.
Geez, I think I'll slapping it a bit hard now that I think about what the average speed was last week, but so just remember that we want everybody to make it to the top of the volcano, so don't push it too hard. This one's quite just a little bump here, so ease on the front. Okay, everybody roll through. Blob up nicely, good. Nice blob at the top. Right.
Sure.
Don't push too hard on this downhill now. Let's use this as the last bit of recovery before we get to the volcano.
Get
How are we doing, Hall?
Struggling. Good that helps that mark, let's be honest. It's like
Nothing breakthrough.
Good man.
Jock, stop talking completely.
Hey, Jock, jy nog lewendig?
Ek is hier so. Hey, ek gou net. Ek time hom mooi. Ek spaar myself. Kyk op die flats kan ek myself mooi pys. Ek maak myself weer reg vir die klim.
No, yeah, the bigger you are, the bigger you worry the climb.
So I'm gonna hit.
Be very careful on these rollers now.
Yeah.
There's another climb coming up right now. All together nice.
So nice and easy on the front there. And if you are on the front, near the top of each roller, just sort of ease off so that people can roll through you. Like almost like slingshot people across you with your draft, and then you catch their draft on the top. So going up the climb first, come down the climb further back in the pack. Good. I mean, if it was a breakaway in a race, you're sort of like too scared that if you reduce your power on the top of the climb, people are going to accelerate past you and drop you. But it's a team effort, so if you've offered the drop up to the top, you can ease off so that people can follow through you, and then you draft them, and then also you prevent gaps like that. So it's a frame of mind about when you accelerate and when you don't compared to a race when you're in a team. Just be careful, small gap from the helicopter view.
No.
Okay, not too much. Okay, good. No, sorry, just just obviously as you try and integrate all the data, sometimes maybe there's a gap when I don't see it, or the other way around. Yeah.
So you're right.
It's probably on the way to closing by the time I say anything. But better early. Okay, careful on the up.
I see them.
Sort of let the people go through you at the top.
They can.
The worst part of work races for me is cleaning the floor afterwards.
Ja, dis net. Kan look at the boss.
It's net sweet.
Ja.
So it must be, but just make sure that you don't make other people sweat more than yourself.
Ja. Ja, ek sweet soos 'n vark op Kersfees, man.
Wow.
I tried to make it light. Kom maar in. I see you, man.
Just remember now, any pushing hard now is not going to be of any benefit. You're sort of about to go onto the climb in a kilometer or so. So just keep it in a blob. I mean, don't come to a standstill, but no stringing out now.
Never to the front.
I'll just wait for the climb, and then we can have whoever feels like they just want to watch who else is struggling. I think rather than suggest you should go to the front, if you're still feeling very strong at the moment, you have you've got a choice. either ride with your rear view mirror view on, and sort of like make sure that you're making no gap, because if you pull a gap, you're hurting the guys behind you mentally and physically. But if you're just in front of them, you are still offering drops on this climb, because it's only averaging like 3-4%. Your other option, if you're feeling strong, is to just let everybody pace themselves and you ride sort of at the back or alongside. And every time it flattens out in the volcano, you then quickly go to the front, but without pulling away. And somebody's sweat is probably dripped.
That's Chris.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Murray disappeared there.
No, I've got him. He's in front of me.
Oh, my God. No, no, Murray Crave.
Murray.
I only saw somebody not sweating. Nobody likes to see somebody not sweating when you're working this hard.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean that.
But it's still on video.
Here comes the next happen.
The guys have done exceptionally well on the pace so far. Who's got, how many kilometers you got left there?
20.
20, okay. So obviously the climb means that you still have more elevation ahead of you than behind you, but you're on target for like a 102 or 103. So, but yeah, that would be very fast. So you don't need to go any faster than you're already going. I mean, don't feel pressure. I mean, if there's anybody feeling too fresh, well done, but it doesn't mean that you're going too slow. So 5% section, be very careful on the front. You're on the front now. You almost let people roll through your drop. And then if you are somebody that like feels like you're bound to struggle higher up the climb and you do land up at the front, you always pedal a little bit slower until 1 or 2 people pass you, so that you do have drop, because it is still above 20 km an hour. But I mean, obviously you don't want to be all the way at the back. Feel like people are sinking out. So just be careful on the front now, and you do land up at the front. You don't have to ride that hard until 1 or 2 people pass you, so that you do have drop, because it is still above 20 km an hour. If you have it on rear view, but you see it's strung out, but you are not leaving a gap, then still ease off, because if it's strung out like on the flat, there is no point to that on 5%. The golf is there, but much less. Better to ride in a blob on the 5%. But as soon as it flattens out to 2%, there is benefit to being on the front, but still don't swing it out into as long a line as on the flat. No, I see some big guys are going to the front, and it could be like what attack is the best form of defense, but just be careful.
So for everyone that's working tomorrow, Hop on, Lee.
Pastor.
Me too.
Sorry, I need C7.
Yeah, someone dropped.
Mark, did you have a dropout? I think Mark has a dropout.
Yeah, I don't see Kevin now anyway.
Yeah, okay. He's either carrying on to pedal without internet, then might reappear, because obviously he's got no need of draft being light and powerful.
Yeah.
So he might reappear. We'll just keep going. I mean, we can't wait for him, and he doesn't need anybody's draft, yeah. Mark, you're on Discord. Okay, but you're on the front.
Yeah, let me know if I tap off a bit.
Attack is not always the best form of defense, guys.
Sorry, I got carried away.
No, I mean, I understand. It's like, in general, with racing, you sort of have a natural defensive mode against the hills. But just ease up on the front now. Remember, we're going to get to the top together. So blob up a bit. Rather make people suffer on the descent than the climb. If you make people suffer on the climb, then usually they can't follow your draft on the descent, and then it all quickly unravels.
I think something else also.
How's it, guys? How's it? Sorry, man. I had our plug tripped in the house, so all the power went off.
Crap.
So,
Oh, no.
sorry, man. You're on your own. Yeah. Ah, gee. Enjoy it. Okay, cool. Cool. Try to.
Thanks, Mark. Was nice.
Okay. Yeah. Cheers, guys. Sorry, man. Couldn't help out now.
Good evening.
Okay, cool.
Hello, beer.
Yeah. So let's.
Guys, we're losing Murray slightly. Tap off a bit.
Don't worry.
I'll tap back.
No, don't worry. Keep going.
Tap back.
Keep going. I won't keep up with you on the descent. Go. Go, go, go.
Cool.
No, I don't think expending too much energy now.
Let's pull him.
If you feel that you won't keep up
Go,
on the
guys.
descent, then why don't you make it a target to tell us to go, or tell the team to go on the descent? If you get what I'm saying, then make the top of the KM your goal. And then
Trying.
no, what I'm saying is don't worry about us riding at your pace on the climb, because there is still 20 k's ahead.
Sure.
So I mean, it's not like everybody is going to have
Nice
fun
one,
if
Chris.
they overdo it now. So it's by riding at your pace now. Yes, you might get dropped on the descent, but let's make it on the descent rather than now. I don't think burning. I don't think burning all our matches now is it's too soon. So we'll obey Murray Berger on the descent if he says we can go. But I think on the climb, I think let's just stick to the plan. So a little bit easier on the front, guys. Just make the top of the KOM the goal for anybody that's suffering, and then you see how long you last after that.
Esta, kyk hoe lyk die ding nou.
Bliksem.
So, don't push too hard at the front, guys. Blob up.
Yo, I didn't see this hill coming. Yo, so got my review on.
Have you got amnesia?
Hey?
I say you must have amnesia. This is like one of the hardest endings of a hill on drift. But I suppose one can have amnesia from. Okay, guys, just blob up. Just blob up. Slow on the front. Slow on the front. Keep it all nice and blob on the flat part.
Yes. Start running.
When you start pushing, yeah, you have to slow down because on the downhill, you need to offer maximum draft when you start accelerating. And if you're already strung out, you're going to cause gaps. But I agree, if somebody gets dropped on the descent, I mean, first of all, there are no brakes on drift, so it's not really possible to wait for anybody on a descent. So, well done, Murray.
Knocked up off a little wee bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, just tap off on the front a little bit.
Lekker boy.
And listen, whoever's going to push on the front must be the guy's first wheel. If somebody comes through from sixth wheel and pushes through to the front, they'll just go past and drop everybody. So whoever's on the front now, push hard. Don't come through from the back. Okay, guys. So I think Murray, just hang on as long as you can.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, but I think that, okay, pedal, Murray, pedal.
Kom Marie.
Stop it, bro. Stop it. Kom. Dan moet iemand anders ry.
Dat is mooi.
Lane is impairing my vision. No, at minus 3%, there's not much point in trying to go into the aero tuck. Wait till it goes back to minus 4. And always do like a little hard pedal before it goes. Yeah, go pedal hard and aero tuck. And remember, in drift races, the aero tuck it trumps, like, I think it's 250 watts. Whereas when you're riding around drift on your own, like just in a pre-ride or a meetup, then it's like it trumps 150 watts. So in the race, the aero tuck has an even bigger advantage over pedaling.
Whoever's pedaling aero tuck.
Sorry?
No, I'm saying whoever's pedaling there must aero tuck. Chris Knight should also.
The front person can pedal, but obviously the point is you have to put out like more than 4. You have to put out more than 4 watts per kilogram on the front to beat a guy who's in the aero tuck. So you're on the flat now, so
Yeah.
pedal.
Oh, that was a good recovery. Shit.
Ja, I'm telling you.
Wow. Lekker boy.
Ek sal my kraak vas.
Kom.
I think
we've done 2/3 now.
Yeah, I think this route is a perfect time trial route because it's an hour long. I mean, there's no like imagining you're good. If you last the whole hour, you know, like if the team does well on an hour time trial, they're a good team. It doesn't have to be all 8 at finish, but having a good team time on like a 40-minute time trial, it still makes you wonder if you'd be able to repeat that on an hour. And yeah, so also this really in the middle of the route, you know, like makes it an important route to get your tactics right. So I think everything is going very smoothly.
One step, guys. Never eat Burger King on the day of the race.
How did you get Burger King in Hermanus? Have you been filming today? Oh, okay, yeah. But you got to keep those small businesses open, or the big businesses, or whatever, however you see it.
That Burger King is haunting me now. Oh.
So to always have a spitball with you if you're riding an indoor trainer, right? A vomit bowl. Murray, it looks like you're employing the aero tuck better than in previous races. Well done.
It's all I can do on you.
No, but I mean, but it is true. It's like when you come out of the aero tuck, then your size matters more than in the aero tuck.
Yeah.
So it's funny, being small, when you come out of the aero tuck, being small matters, but when you're in the aero tuck, being small doesn't matter. Somehow. So that's how it looks. Obviously, once you got to just make sure you come out of the aero tuck early enough so that you don't only come out once there is a gap, because then it's
dangerous.
No. I mean, we'll catch up with Mark afterwards, but obviously it looks like this was a permanent dropout, but I'm glad that he's got a little bit more appetite for the team time trialing again. He had a bit too much to eat of the racing in sort of April, May and June, so he was a bit shy, but he'll be a nice addition to Hilly Route. I mean, I think he'll be a great addition to any route, but he prefers Hilly Route, so you won't ask him to do a route he doesn't like.
Like RGB.
Yeah, he's convinced he's not good at flat routes, but I think unfortunately you need everybody in the team to have realistic watts per kilogram. Otherwise you're going to feel like what's wrong with you when people who you ride away from outdoors are riding away from you on Zwift. Yeah. Then it's like it gets to your head.
Right, guys.
So I think okay guys, so yeah, on the flat I think there's a bit of gravel coming up which will obviously slow the average speed down, but I think we're getting to the point in the race now. If somebody does feel like they've given everything and they want to slip off the back, that's fine. But just remember, I don't think we should get it down to 4 only, because if any of those 4 have a problem like Mark just said, we're in trouble. Yeah. So we mustn't be too eager to drop people. I think the 2 places now I think people should think about allowing the team to go if they really spent is there at the Italian villas. There's obviously a little bit of a sort of a rolling uphill.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then on the reverse KOM, there's basically just this one part that's 100 meters long, or 200 meters at the most, that's steep. The rest is not steep. So in a sense, on the reverse KOM, there's only one place you should get dropped, and that's on that steep part that's like 8-9%. And it's much shorter, obviously, than the steep part on the other, coming on the KOM from the other side. So those are the 2 points where somebody could potentially say they fall in it a day. I mean, on this 1%, it doesn't help one guy rides away because it's not good together. So just watch out for riding too far in the front, because then you don't offer that nice draft. Although your draft seems to be shrinking every day. The smaller you get, the less draft you offer. Okay, guys, just tap it off a little bit.
I'm good if you guys. I'm okay if you guys.
Yeah, just think Jacques got caught behind you there. Jacques, we've on it. You want one more hill, Jacques?
Ja, ek sal vang.
Okay guys, just tap it off a little bit so that Jacques can catch up. Just a touch. Remember, the longer Jacques works, the more you have. Okay, Jacques with you. Okay, keep going, guys. Okay, you guys can keep it tight, but keep going. Murray's letting you guys go now.
Yeah, go. Thanks, guys.
So well done, Murray.
Well done.
I think that was basically the first time I think somebody should get dropped, except by the Bluetooth.
Thanks, Murray. Well done.
So well done. I mean that was the point where I thought somebody might get dropped. So yeah, well done for not letting it happen before then.
There we go. Make it 10K, bro. Boys, come.
Murray, if you still want to see if you can get some sort of extra breakthrough in case there is one, you can always now like sort of recover a bit and then hit that little 10% on the reverse KOM as hard as you can, because with all the lactate that you have produced now, your body actually can produce a lot of power. It just needs to recover a bit so that you're not swimming in lactate. But the lactate is a great fuel, so you could aim for like one last go at a breakthrough on your own there on that steep part of the reverse KOM.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. So you'd want to be now below LTP or around LTP at the highest, and then you hit that steep part of the reverse KOM as hard as you can, and then you just go until you blow.
Okay, I'll do it.
The rest of you also, if you can all push as hard as you can on that steep part of the KOM, and then at the top, being together, we asked who felt that it was the least effort, and then they just stay at the front for a short while the people who suffered the most on that steep part recover in their draft. Okay, so all hit the steep part that's coming up in like 500 meters hard.
As you pass through the wheels.
Yes. You're getting there now. It's going up 4%. It's going to go up now. So don't ride too hard until you get to the steep part, because you're already offering very little drop. But now you all make it a little bit of a sprint from now. So just all hit it as hard as you can. Hit it as hard as you can. Okay, not the guys who are sprinting away. Don't have to hit it as hard as you can. Okay, the guys right at the front, you can ease off. You can ease off, guys. But the guys at the back, hit it as hard as you can. Come. Franco, go.
Yeah, skip like it's more to.
Yeah, but you have to, because 4 is not a good number at the moment, given what happened to Murray up to Mark with the drop down. Okay, guys at the front, you got to ease off a little bit. Guys at the front, just ease off a bit. You're on a climb, so this is the last time you can wait. If you go over the top, they can't catch you.
Okay, Franco's 1 second.
Okay.
13,
Go.
12.
Okay, not the front. No, not at the front. Don't go at the front. Just they are coming from the. Okay, Willem's bringing Jock back at the front. Wait a bit.
Don't make me work even harder.
Wait. Yeah, just soft pedal at the front.
Come, Franco.
Okay, now whoever's at the front, just set a nice tempo there.
Guys, boys. Thanks for waiting.
Okay, so whoever's at the front can go quite hard now. Okay, whoever's at the back, you got to wheel suck properly now. Okay, a little bit easier at the front. Okay, back on 4%, so a little bit easier. And this is the last uphill, going to 2%, so whoever's on the front can start going back to open the throttle or whatever, turn it. Okay, just there's a little gap, whoever can just step into that gap.
I am.
Okay, just a bit slower at the front. Just come plug that hole. That's nice. Somebody just come plug the hole between Jock and the rest of you.
It is.
Okay. Rocket it ball. Okay, accelerate on the front. Little bit. Accelerate slowly. Okay. Okay, bundle, ball up, blob up, blob up, blob up, and push on the back. Push on the back. Okay, get it up to 58 kilometers an hour before you accelerate on the front. Accelerate on the front where it's going into the 50s.
58, tuck.
Okay, air tuck guys, except somebody on the front who's feeling fresh. Air tuck, somebody can pedal. There's somebody that's feeling strong can pedal. Somebody who's been wanting to pedal can pedal now.
Like a balloon! Like a balloon!
I'm going to be blown tonight.
Like a balloon!
You can, Chris Knight, you can't be struggling. You just lost the drop there.
Oh my god, I did an aero tuck. He just sat up.
That big hat you're wearing.
Yeah.
Are you going to catch?
It's like a
just
cowboy
ease
hat.
off on the, do you want to catch them or you want them to ease off?
I'll catch, don't worry. Keep going.
Okay, well then sprint quickly. It gets harder the longer you extend that waiting to get there.
Sprint has been Chris Knight, not us.
Chris Knight must sprint. You mustn't sprint away from him.
Okay, he's down front, Franco.
Okay. Yes, Franco, you can go if you
Chris is
want,
on.
or you can, yeah, but just remember, whoever matches are finished now, it's better to be wheel sucking. Anybody that's on the front now is burning their last match must be doing it to be dropped as part of a tactic. Otherwise, if you've got only one match left, just be a good wheel sucker now, because it'll be nice if all 6 of you can make it to the finish without having to ask for any slowdown from here on. Okay, this is 2%, but there's still a lot of draft, so just don't pull too hard in the front. Use your rear view, or you guys can go a bit harder when you get to the top of this 2% drag, or 1% now.
That's 3 kilometers, boys.
3.5.
We need to training.
Luxem. Go on, guys. Kill it. Keep going. Yes.
Bulk handle, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. We're all still here, even like Murray's still on course. Everybody's having a good day. No, I mean, it's not always possible to always get on all the time, but I think we're having a good run of having good times suffering together. I'm doing no suffering of it.
Excuse me, I want to just here from oral support.
Yeah, I think he's saying you must go faster, Daddy. Okay, I mean, whoever's got energy can do good pulls on the front now. Yeah, so I mean, in a sense now, if somebody really wants to pull hard, I can just be the one to say slow down every now and then, but you go and I say a bit slower. I don't want to hold you guys back now. I mean, well, it won't be nice if at the end somebody says, yeah, I think we could have gone a bit faster. So whoever's got that thought in their head, you could have gone a bit faster, just go to the front. Jacques, maak net seker daai gap is baie jy moet ja, die poepies ryk. Dis albei met jou hulle ryk. So just very kind when there's no gap, but as soon as a small little gap opens, just becomes very unkind when it comes to drafting. And in real life, there's no way I'd be drafting like this closely for an hour without being scared of crashing. So,
Is that all real? Me?
So just make sure you guys stay on Chris's wheel.
Mooi man, Chris.
It's a nice strung out line, but just be careful. It's now completely strung out, so you don't need to go faster than that.
Okay.
Take a break.
Okay, Jock's been dropped up to Jock to say,
Nee, wat? Gooi julle. Gooi.
okay, so I'm not saying drop Jock, I'm not saying drop Jock, I'm just saying I'm not going to talk about Jock again. He's with you, so just going.
Still here. It's doing well.
Are you all good? Whoever's got trainers on now, from here to the finish line is a good distance to get the breakthrough. Got enough time to see a lot of the not a sprint, just like sustained above effort until you finish on the line.
That's straight line people now.
So the finish line is there under the rock arch, so you go. Awesome guys.
Mooi manne.
Hold on
Kijk eens naar mijn chops. Yes.
Focus. Let the boy.
Well done, man.
Thanks, guys. That was good.
Thanks all, yeah, that was fun. Oh.
Go, Murray.